Hello everyone. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to a new lesson, Listening 8B. We're using our student book page 121, task A and B and C. The objectives of today's lesson are 1. To listen and respond to the main ideas in an audio. 2. To scan for details in an audio. Today, I'm going to take you into a tour to one of the most outstanding minarets, not only in Qatar, but in the whole Islamic world. I think you know what I'm talking about. Okay, look at the pictures and guess what is our destination for today? Yes, true. So this is the Museum of Islamic Art. So let's explore it together. Where can you find the Museum of Islamic Art? It's located on the Corniche, which runs around the bay. It's only 15 minutes drive from Hamad International Airport to the museum and within walking distance of Souk Waqif. The best way to get to the museum is by car or taxi. You can also enjoy its fabulous lights at night. And you can visit their website also on www.maya.org.qa. You can also visit their Instagram account, in which you can find many beautiful pictures and videos taken to the place. Let's see. That's really beautiful. Now you are going to listen to a guided tour. Listen to the audio and number the places mentioned on the following map. So let's see what are the places mentioned here. Female prayer room, a gift shop, auditorium, my cafe, special exhibitions gallery, male prayer room, and library and education center. And there you have the museum entrance and the windows on floor 1. So listen carefully and try to number the places in the order they were mentioned.
8B. Listening. B. You will hear part of a guided tour of the Museum of Islamic Art in Doha. Number the places on the map 1 to 6 in the order in which they are mentioned. Part 1.
Welcome everyone to Doha's Museum of Islamic Art. I will be your guide for our tour today, which will take us round some of the key highlights found in the museum. As you can see, this is the main building here in front of us. If you'd like to follow me inside, we will start our tour. Here at the entrance, you can really appreciate the architecture of the building. See how the lights and the round stairway up ahead are carefully arranged to create a pattern of circles? The stairs you see in front of us lead up to the galleries where our collections live. To our right is one of our prayer rooms for men. The female prayer room is downstairs on the left side of the building. Next to the male prayer room, you can see a corridor that leads away from the main museum. That runs down to a courtyard and to the far side of the building. I won't take you down there on this tour, but you're free to have a look later on your own. That's our library and education centre. The library contains many specialist Islamic books and books about the collections here in the museum. Straight ahead of us, you will see the cafe. We will be coming back there after our tour, so there will be plenty of time to relax and have a bite to eat. The room positioned to the right of the cafe is the Special Exhibitions Gallery. They are presently working on installing a new exhibition, so unfortunately we won't be going in there today. To make it up to you, I have arranged for you to see a 20-minute documentary on Islamic architecture and art. That's where we are heading now, the auditorium, which is used not only for film viewings, but also for talks, lectures, and even poetry recitals. Opposite the auditorium is the gift shop. There are plenty of souvenirs available, including some beautifully designed items inspired by some of the pieces on display in the museum.
Okay, so that's the end of part 1 of the listening. What are the places mentioned here? All of them are mentioned actually, but which one comes first? Yes, so she mentioned the female prayer room, and then the library and education center, then the My Cafe, yes, special exhibitions gallery, the auditorium, very good, and then finally the gift shop where you can buy many souvenirs. The Museum of Islamic Art houses one of the most comprehensive collections in Islamic art in the world, and it contains the finest masterpieces from around the world. Here are some of them. Let's get introduced to them. So, picture 1 shows a part of a door with examples of geometric art. Picture 2 shows a device used by travelers in the past, which is also called an astrolabe. Picture 3 shows a pearl and gemstone necklace. Picture 4 shows an ancient book of stories. Picture 5 shows a 9th century bowl showing Arabic writing. Picture 6, it shows a container that was used to store medicine. You will hear all these items in the listening part 2. You are going to listen carefully and number the items mentioned in the convenient gallery.
C. Now listen to the continuation of the guided tour. Look at the map below and write the correct number 1 to 6 in the boxes to show in which gallery the items are exhibited. There is one extra box on the map which you do not need to use. Part 2.
Now we will move on to the second floor. If you would like to follow me up the stairs here, straight ahead of us is the Introductory Gallery. If you follow me, you can see one of the most famous pieces here. This bowl comes from Basra and shows some of the earliest forms of Arabic writing. It dates back to the 9th century. Here we have another beautiful piece. This necklace comes from India from around the 17th century. Among the different types of stones on it, you can see there are many pearls. Of course, pearl diving was an important industry in Qatar once upon a time, but we will come back to that later. Now let's proceed. Next we have the Pattern Gallery. Of course, Islamic decoration makes great use of patterns, and we have some particularly fine examples. This here is part of a wooden door. It originally came from a mosque. As you can see, it's decorated with a particularly complex geometric pattern. Over here, this jar you see is an albarello. Jars like this came from the Middle East and were used by apothecaries, that is, the pharmacists of the past, to store their goods. Continuing round, we find ourselves in the Science Gallery. Just over here are some of my favorite items in the museum. These are astrolabes. They were used to navigate. For example, travelers to Mecca would have used a device like this to find their way. Astrolabes existed in the ancient world, but they were greatly developed later on by Arab scientists. Because of their design and craftsmanship, they were not just useful devices, they were also works of art. This one here, for example, is from the 10th century. I'll give you a few minutes to walk around this gallery, and then we will head over the walkway to the other side of the floor, where there are two more galleries, the Figure in Art and the Calligraphy Gallery. There is a particularly beautiful book in the Calligraphy Gallery that I want to show you. It's hundreds of years old and tells some fantastic stories from the ancient world. So take a look around and we will head over there in a few minutes.
Great! I hope you have spotted the items mentioned in the convenient galleries. So, what is the first one? So the pattern gallery in which we can find the part of the door. Good. Then, 2. The science gallery in which we can find the astrolabes. Introductory gallery in which we can find the jewelries and the necklace. Very good. Calligraphy gallery. Yes, so in the calligraphy gallery section we can find ancient books, stories, etc. And then, yes, so this bowl you can find in the introductory gallery. Then, in the pattern gallery also you can find these jars used by plutocracies in the past. The one gallery that's not mentioned here in the listening was the Figure in Art Gallery. Good! I hope you did well in this task. Now, my dear students, I will leave you with these beautiful rare collections that you may see in the museum. You can plan a visit to the Museum of Islamic Art, but I guess given to the current circumstances, it's better that you visit them virtually on their website or their Instagram account. Thank you for attending. Keep safe and make good choices. Bye-bye.